that I'm going to do a whole report on later this week or next week that we covered 10 years ago, but what's old is new, that I went over 2 nights ago when I just remembered it and pulled it up. We did some research and found it, and found articles where the Marine Corps demanded that the Sunshine Project take it down, and they refused and then got attacked, where they have got helicopter bases everywhere with waiting helicopters with nerve gas to kill people, with synthetic weaponized opiates to knock you out. And, ladies and gentlemen, the Pentagon is studying flying over and spraying you, and then forget just lithium and fluoride and all the poisons they put in the water that dumb you down and give you cancer and sterilize you or reduce fertility, bare minimum. Flying over and just spraying us, and then you have a fever, you have brain inflammation, the viruses they spray, and that's in all their studies. They want to put it in the food where you can't get away from it, where the food, the tomatoes, the potatoes, the bananas, that's CNN, grow the virus in it. You eat it, and then literally you can't get upset, you can't resist. I mean, this is all in hundreds of news reports in the last 2 weeks. They have come out, and they're pushing it like, oh, I know you're chomping at the bit, but you got to wait. It'll be a year or two, but then it's going to be available. And you're going to have all these new vaccines that aren't even vaccines, that are DNA reprogrammers. And that's another lie. You know, they give it all, oh, it's a cognitive brain boost. You're not going to be upset anymore. We're designed to get upset about tyranny. We're designed to be upset about government overtaxing us and trying to tell our... Listen, I've sent my children for the last 5 years to the First Methodist Church Vacation Bible School every August. Can't send them. Pulled them out Monday. They sit there with a puppet telling them, go tell your parents the earth is dying. Go tell them they've got to have light bulbs like this, the mercury-filled light bulbs that admittedly cause all sorts of neurological disorders. And it's not that that church is even bad. They're just brainwashed. They're just promoting it everywhere. It's just, it's the private schools, it's the churches, it's everything. You're supposed to get angry about that. You're supposed to do something about it. That's what the anger and the concern is for. More and more I see articles every couple days where people will watch out of a high-rise apartment, even in a nice part of town, as a woman is beaten and raped in an alleyway, and no one even helps her, and no one even calls 911. I mean, I wouldn't call 911, or maybe as I was running down the stairs of the apartment building I would. I'd go out there and, with a firearm and protect that woman. And people would consider me a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm normal. I'm what my species has always been. I'm a human being. Like my ancestors, I'm strong. I'm red-blooded. I've got courage. It's like when I saved that lady who was choking to death. I was in the bathroom at the La Madeleine 7, 8 years ago. And I went to the bathroom. My wife and my son are out there. He was a baby at the time. And I come out, and everybody's gathered around this woman who's turning blue, and I say, do the Heimlich, and they started trying to resist me, and they were just like parrots saying, call 911, call 911. And I said, she'll be dead by the time they get here. And I had to shove them out of the way to save the lady. And then they were like, oh, you're such a hero. Oh, you're such a hero. They're just scum. They're just scum. But they're not scum. They have been turned into scum by the drugs in the water and the food. A bunch of passive lemmings, brainwashed by TV, brainwashed by culture, drugged, all these different systems of control overlaid. And so we are being assaulted, and we have to recognize it. I mean, it's on record they know what corn syrup and bisphenol A and GMO corn and rice is doing. It's on record that they know what mercury in the vaccines are doing. It's on record. This is a criminal global government that wants to make you submit to their tyranny and oppression, and they know you're waking up, so now they're moving straight to viruses that they'll spray on our cities to make us servile slaves, and they're announcing it. And 1-800-259-9231, I want to hear your take on this specifically and how we should resist it. We need banner hangs, we need websites, we need protests, we need to go to city councils, we need to get aggressive and say, listen, you may be a little corrupt mayor who makes jokes about this, but here's all the government's own reports. Listen, you little accomplice to murder, get it out of our water.
You worry, but only because you're paying attention. What's happening in the Gulf of Mexico illustrates an audacity toward nature. A similar audacity called GMO, or genetically modified organisms, means that the quality of commercially grown food may be compromised with our health in the balance. Now that summer's here, what better time to learn about the bounty that nature provides in wild edible food? Let author Linda Runyon show you the best-kept secret in plain sight, that food is everywhere you look. This summer, for the cost of a good meal or two out, you can literally starvation-proof yourself and your loved ones against any future craziness, and put up tons of free food, too. Whatever experiment is being run on us, you can rest assured that Linda's 50 or so staple foods aren't involved. Our foods are their enemy. So go to ofthefield.com or call toll-free 1-888-51-EAT-FREE and take that first step. Make your oasis of food security and nutrition now. That's ofthefield.com or call 1-888-513-2837. Start now and make 2010 your year of independence.
The economy is crumbling, debt soaring, and the possibility of World War III is increasing. I started survivalistseeds.com from my dining room table with a small bucket of seed and a single rotating banner ad on prisonplanet.com. 2 years later, we've sold over 40,000 pounds of heirloom seeds, becoming the largest bulk seed seller to the public. The majority of our customers are Alex Jones listeners. Now I'm offering 50 all-organic garden varieties, 10,000 heirloom seeds, garden planter, and a CD teaching you how to save seeds, so your children's children will always have healthy food. Don't wait until it's too late. I'm Big John Lipscomb, and my company is survivalistseeds.com.
Again, the Congressional Budget Office sounds the alarm. This time warns of Greek-style U.S. debt crises. You heard me right. The GAO is drawing a parallel between the U.S. economy, its debt, and the current Greek economic meltdown. With the debt-to-GDP chart climbing into unfamiliar territory, the growing budget deficit will rise to unsupportable levels. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. The Federal Debt and Risk of Financial Crises document the CBO has published is a must-read for every American, covering the risk of continued deficit spending coupled with an aging population and the rising interest rates spell economic disaster. It's imperative that you get a copy of this document and study it for yourself. Call me today at 800-686-2237 and I'll send you a free copy. Again, call 800-686-2237 and ask for your copy of the CBO document. Once again, you need to read this government report. Call 800-686-2237.
Normal blood pressure, naturally. How would that make you feel?
I'm Don from New Mexico. January of 2000, I had a heart attack. Then my real health began going downhill, and I had high blood pressure, high blood sugar, poor vision, and I really wasn't sleeping well. I was a mess, pretty much.
Don reports dramatic improvements with Heart and Body Extract.
I started taking Heart and Body Extract, and from within a few days, I started sleeping a lot better. My blood pressure normalized, my blood sugar normalized, and my sleep really did improve.
Experience these benefits and more when your body gets what it needs with the assistance of Heart and Body Extract. Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
And folks, I did not expect this at all. By the 7th, 8th, and 9th day, I saw dramatic improvements from taking Heart and Body Extract.
Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
Okay, this is old news for our listeners. We told you over a year ago with prisonplanet.com articles. We read the actual federal regulations where by law they store the naked images. It is a biometric scan. It is now the top Drudge Report story from CNET News, Declan McCullough. And good for Declan, but he still only gets about 1/10 of the story. These are really biometric 360 scans for wave millimeter projection cameras going up worldwide that shoot through your clothes and get a 100% ID on you. So not only are they storing them, and not only do they have fist fights on a weekly basis where they make the employees go through and they make fun of their breasts and genitals, and there are fist fights, they are saving it and demanding that Hollywood stars sign printouts of their naked body. Now, we've been telling you this for a year, They went in several years ago at select airports. They're going in at all airports, all major airports. They're now forcing people in El Paso. The El Paso Times admits everyone must go through it. Here's the deal, you little control freak criminals, okay? Just because you're stupid and don't know what these are for, and that they give you 20 to 50 times the radiation they'd originally said, and top universities say that it's going to give you cancer. And you idiots that work around these machines, they have backscatter that's splattering out of it. You're being hit by it as well. They don't have you get behind a lead wall like they have radiologists and doctors do, and nurses that take x-rays. And so most of you TSA people are going to die. And you know what the number one thing is you're going to get, and the studies show this? Testicular cancer. Oh, it'll give you skin cancer, the studies show, and testicular because they're on the surface. So, hey, you want to have your testicles chopped off when they get big old cancer growths on them? Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the shots. And you know what, all you soccer moms, as they come out with these brain-boosting vaccines that admittedly eat brain cells and go in and reprogram your brain, go ahead. Take your daughters and sons in and kill them deader than a hammer. Take their psyche away. Psychologically kill them. Everything I've told you is true. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I can't just sit here and calmly report on this anymore and watch them murdering us. And you police and military and government bureaucrats and all of you that are given petty uniforms, you have zero power outside of that uniform that you animate. You are literally ring wraiths of pure death. You may not know it, but I'm telling you straight up. You come out and you speak out and you say no. Your children are sucking down the corn syrup and the bisphenol A. Your children are sucking down the fluoride and the GMO. Don't say you weren't warned. Don't say somebody didn't tell you. Here it is, CNET News. A year after we told you. And I want to get Paul Watson on the line, then I'm going to your calls after this break. I want to get Paul online to give him his mission on air. Paul Watson, our hardest worker when it comes to writing, and everybody does a great job. He's here now. He's not home. He's here. Let's bring Watson up right now. Paul Watson.
Hi, Alex.
Well, here is CNET News, a division of CBS News. Feds admit storing checkpoint body images at one federal courthouse just from Florida. They have saved tens of thousands of images. Of course, it's for their naked body scanning. And we reported on this 11 years ago that major clothiers were putting in tailor machines that scan your body. That data is then sold to the feds. This is a biometric scan. It gives you cancer, and they're storing your naked body, and it violates child porn laws. I want you to do an article saying naked body scanners, aren't just storing it, the rest of the story, and tell people, see, we told you so, in all those, 10, 15 or more articles that you and Steve and Kurt have written when we documented that their own documents say they're storing it, which shows they're a pack of criminal liars. Of course they lied to you. All they do is lie to the public and tell you that everything's okay. Watson, this is incredible, though, that these creatures now admit it gives you cancer and that they are storing it, and it does scan your genitals, and they are keeping it for law enforcement, Watson.
Well, I mean, they've lied about these body scanner devices at every turn. I mean, they were introduced on the basis that they don't show clear images of genitalia, and yet, right from the very beginning, on the TSA's own website, you could go on there and see the kind of images that these produce, and they produce a clear outline of genitalia. Indeed, that's what the researchers, for example, from the London Guardian, who went in and looked at the trial, said that it produces, quote, eerily visible images of genitalia.
And to make sure they've got the scanner tuned right, they look at the genital, the female folds and the male shape to make sure it's tuned. Just like a photographer looks at the eye or looks at moles on the face when you're taking a photo, when you're tuning a camera to focus it, a video camera or a still photo. In the handbook, they are told to look at the genitals, training them. Watson, it's just so incredible. Stay there. I want to get some final comments from you on this. Then I'm getting back into the mass extermination program. And then your phone calls. Mark, Jason, Miguel, Beth, Craig, and others. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, nuclear